guys, welcome back to Sandy's Timeline. Today we're diving into another simple favor, the 2025 sequel that proves some friendships really are to die for. The movie opens with Stephanie vlogging again, but this time she's not in her cozy kitchen. She's under house arrest in a luxurious villa in Capri. She looks tense, frustrated, and she wants to set the record straight. She did not kill Emily's husband. Then we rewind, fast forward a few days ago. Stephanie sends her son Miles off to camp for a month, finally ready to focus on herself again. Since the whole Emily disaster, she took a break from vlogging and started writing a book. A memoir, of course. And it turns out, people are eating it up. At one of her book signing events, a familiar face shows up. A detective. He's got urgent information to share with her. But just before he can spill the tea, Emily Nelson walks in, smirking and fresh out on appeal. The whole room freezes. Then she drops a bomb. She's getting married again, this time in Capri. And she wants Stephanie to be her maid of honor. But of course, Emily doesn't just ask. She threatens to sue Stephanie for using her name in her book without consent if she refuses. With the threat of a lawsuit hanging over her and her book sales tanking, Stephanie's agent gives her a harsh dose of reality. Reluctantly, Stephanie agrees. In the signing event, she catches a woman standing at a distance, watching her, but she dismisses her. Stephanie decides not to go alone. She brings her assistant, half for support, half as a witness if things go sideways. And she decides to start vlogging again. Then comes the private jet. Emily's not just getting married, she's marrying into serious money. Her fiancé is part of an ultra-rich family. Mid-flight, Emily starts talking about her past, dropping the name Dante, a man she dated back in her 20s, and they rekindled their love when he saw her at the news during her arrest. He reached out. They arrive in Capri, and it's breathtaking. That's when we finally meet Dante, Emily's soon-to-be husband. He's handsome, charming, and clearly head over heels. The way they hold hands? It feels genuine. At the hotel, familiar faces start to resurface. First up, Sean, Emily's ex. He's drunk, bitter, and definitely not thrilled to be there. Then there's Nicky, their son. Unlike Sean, he's actually happy to see his mom again. There's a genuine spark in his eyes when he runs up to hug her. And while Sean clearly hates being dragged into this circus, Dante doesn't seem much happier about Sean's presence either. Dante's not a fan, but with Emily calling the shots, he keeps his mouth shut. They host an event which is luxurious, intimate, and way too quiet for something this expensive. Stephanie roams the venue, vlogging carefully. She's suddenly cornered by two armed men, guns drawn. Before she can even react, Emily appears, calm as ever, and calls them off. Stephanie is shaken, but there's no time to process it, because Matteo enters, his rival mafia family. And here's the kicker: the event was more than just romantic. It was supposed to be a truce between two warring dynasties. The wedding was supposed to be strictly private. No press, no vlogs, no outsiders. Emily tries to smooth it over, but Matteo is completely pissed off, and Dante decides to talk to him. Just when Stephanie thinks things couldn't get more chaotic, the family drama kicks in. We meet Dante's mother, elegant, poised, and clearly not a fan of this marriage. Out of spite, she invites Emily's estranged mother to the wedding. But as soon as Emily's mom enters the venue accompanied by Aunt Linda, it's clear. She's not well. She looks haunted, lost in her own world. We cut to Sean, alone in the shower. He hears someone walk in his room when Sean turns, startled. It's someone he knows. But before he can speak, the figure injects something directly into his finger. Within seconds, blood begins to pour from his nose, his mouth, his eyes. He gasps for breath as his body collapses, twitching violently. Sean is dead. Meanwhile, across the hotel, Stephanie arrives at what she was told would be Emily's bachelorette party. Except, it's just the two of them. They sit together, talking about Saint that night. As Stephanie returns to her hotel, she spots Nicky standing outside, nervous, silent. Water leaks from under his room's door. When a housekeeper unlocks it, they're hit with a disturbing scene. Stephanie doesn't say what she sees, but it's clear. This wasn't an accident. The next day, she secretly follows Emily into town. Emily slips into a boutique and meets with someone shady. Watching from a distance, Stephanie sees her again, the mysterious woman from the book reading. She finally approaches her and reveals the truth. She's FBI, and the target isn't Emily. It's Aunt Linda. During the evening ceremony, Stephanie is secretly watching everyone, and she witnesses some mysterious figure shoot Dante during the fireworks. And since she was the only one who witnessed it, she becomes the prime suspect. Now, she's under house arrest in Capri, charged with a murder she swears she didn't commit. Stephanie escapes her hotel room and finds Emily's mother, finally getting the truth. She had triplet. And Aunt Linda? She stole one of the babies, Charity, at birth, raising her to run her con jobs. Charity's been in Capri the whole time, hiding in plain sight. Stephanie's is caught by Dante's mom. But just as things get dangerous, the real Emily saves her. Emily confesses everything. Linda was blackmailing her and Dante. Why? Because Dante's secretly in love with Matteo, and Emily was just a cover. Then things spiraled on Charity kidnaps Nikki, luring Emily into a final standoff. But when Linda tries to kill Emily, Charity snaps, shooting Linda and pushing her off a cliff. Emily manages to talk Charity down, convincing her to confess to the murders and take her place in prison. Stephanie? She turns the chaos into a best-selling book. Emily stays behind and Capri strikes a private deal with Dante's mother. Drop your thoughts in the comments.